In this video, we're going to make 22 hot veggie burritos and freeze them for later. Here's what we'll need. Flour, baking powder, vegetable oil, medium grain rice, unsalted butter, cilantro, 4 limes, 4 onions, 8 jalapenos, 2 cans of black beans, hot sauce, 2 red peppers, garlic, mayonnaise, paprika, and cheddar cheese. To keep the cost down, we're going to make our own tortillas. We'll start by adding 4 cups of all-purpose flour into a bowl. Then add 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 2 teaspoons of salt, and then whisk it all together. Next, we need 1.5 cups of warm water. To that, add a half cup of vegetable oil. Then combine the oil and water with the dry ingredients. Knead for 2 to 5 minutes until it's smooth. Cover with plastic wrap and let sit for 30 minutes to an hour. We made enough dough to divide into 10 smaller balls. This should be big enough to make 9-inch or 10-inch tortillas. If they're any smaller, it could be a challenge wrapping them. Joshua suggested rolling out to a thickness of less than 1/4 inch. We found a thickness of 1/8 of an inch to be about right. Any thicker would make the burrito too doughy. If you have one, use an iron skillet to cook the tortillas. If you don't, a Teflon pan will work just fine too. Place the tortilla into the preheated pan, flip it over after about 30 seconds, and cook the other side for about 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, we have our tortillas made. Now we need to make the rice. Add 2 cups of rice to a fine mesh strainer and give it a good wash. Add the rice to a medium-sized pot along with 3 cups of water. Add 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Stir the rice thoroughly. And finally, add 1 teaspoon of salt. Chop half a cup of cilantro and add it to the rice. Add juice from 2 freshly squeezed limes. Stir again until everything is combined. Next, we make the bean mix. Add 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter to a medium saucepan on medium heat. Once the butter is melted, add 2 large chopped onion. Add 4 chopped jalapeno peppers. Add 2 cans of black beans. Add 4 tablespoons of hot sauce. Add 1 teaspoon of salt. Let it cook and stir occasionally until the veggies begin to soften. Next, we make the veggie mix. In a medium-sized bowl, add 2 sliced red peppers, 3 large sliced onions, 4 sliced jalapeno peppers, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Cook on medium-high and mix the veggies occasionally for 3 to 5 minutes until they're lightly charred and just starting to soften. After the veggies are pretty much done, add in the 4 cloves of finely chopped garlic. To make the aioli sauce, add 2 cups of mayonnaise into a bowl. Add 2 tablespoons of paprika. Add 4 tablespoons of hot sauce. Add 4 tablespoons of lime juice. Add 6 cloves of grated garlic. We used a garlic press. Add 1 teaspoon of salt and mix everything together until it's thoroughly combined. Okay, now is the big moment. It's time to make the burritos. start with a base of rice, add the bean mixture, then add a layer of veggies, add a drizzle of the aioli sauce, and then a final layer of grated cheese. To wrap the burrito, grab the sides with your fingers, hold the back edge away from you, and tuck it into the front. It's a little tricky at first, but you'll be a pro before you know it. Our goal was to make all of the burritos to be 250 grams. That should work out to about 400 to 500 calories, which is a good meal size. It turns out that we overestimated the ingredients by a fair bit. We doubled the recipe thinking we would get no more than 10 burritos, but in the end we had enough to make 22. Although we did have to make 12 more tortillas. If we did it again, I think we would double the recipe for the tortillas, but not the rest. We showed earlier how much was spent on groceries, but how much did it actually cost to make each burrito? Let's break it down. After figuring out exactly how much of each ingredient was used, we determined that the cost to make 22 burritos was $40.23. That works out to $1.83 per burrito. The cost per wrap would be $1.35 US. That's pretty impressive.
Good.
It's really good and I made a mess.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Bye. We'll have no bake, so good.